What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to talk about Black Mirror and we're going to have some catfish. I love catfish. It's something I've gotten before and I just wanted to get it again because it's just so nice and crispy. I know a lot of people haven't had it, so I'm just getting it again to show those people what they're missing out on. Here it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, looking so nice. I didn't get the cutting board for no reason, so we're just gonna take it out here. But before we get started, guys, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers. This video is gonna come out June 10th, so I don't know if I'll be at 100 by that time, but if I'm not, either way, like or subscribe, anything helps. So let's go into it here. Let's like pull that apart. Ooh. Okay, not really the best pull apart, but that's good. That's good. It's like catfish doesn't taste fishy. I don't know what kind of consistency or taste it has, but it's like mixed with the batter, it being crunchy. It just has like a nice taste to it. It's salty. It's not too greasy. It is greasy, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's got like a nice taste to it. I know you guys can't hear the crunch, but it's all good. So yeah, Black Mirror is coming back. So funny thing is, I remember when Black Mirror started, I didn't really get too into it. I remember everyone was talking about it because I'm not the type of person to watch shows like that. To sit down and watch hour-long shows, definitely not the type of person to do that. So I was like, one day, let me just start watching Black Mirror. And I did it, and I think the first episode I watched was The Entire History of You. Basically, that's the one where they put implants in the brain, they're able to look at past memories. And I thought that one was outstanding. I thought it was so sad and tragic. And I love the concept and the fact that Black Mirror is all over the place in terms of their concepts. Maybe not all over the place is the best term for it, but it's very unique and it's very like technological. Aside from some of them are very like grounded in reality, but others are like that. For example, they have technology that doesn't exist to this day, at least not that we know. Dun dun dun. So before we get into my favorite one, I want to talk about some ones that are actually really good, like White Christmas. I thought White Christmas was outstanding. The concept of a cookie is great. I think that's so cool, but it does bring up the question of like morality. Like they can feel things, even though they're not real, they can feel things. So it's like, should they have rights? Should they, be put through this torment and be used? It's such an interesting concept, and I feel like that might be a concept that comes up in real life, not anytime soon, but in the future. Next one is Playtest. Playtest is the one where he goes and tests out a video game and he goes through all these like horror experiences in the video game and he ends up dying at the end. I thought that one was such a cool concept too. And a lot of people who play games really like that one. That one was super unique and it always keeps you guessing as to what's going to happen next, because you may think he's out of the game, but he's actually not, and it just kind of takes a twist. I really wish this had like sauce I could just dip it in, but it's all good. This is gonna be crunchy. Now my number one episode, which I see a lot of people liking it, but they're not putting it in their top one, is Shut Up and Dance. So Shut Up and Dance is basically this one where this kid's at home and he's watching like some things he's not supposed to be watching, I guess. But then someone hacks his computer and was watching him and is blackmailing him, right? And they start blackmailing him, but they start asking him to do like some small things, and then it kind of ramps up onto the things he's gonna do. For example, first he has to like take something somewhere, like for example, take a cake to a person, right? And then when he takes the cake, that person's also being blackmailed by the same organization, and they both have to work together and do whatever these guys say, because if they don't, then they're going to expose them. And it follows two main people's story. It follows the kid who's being blackmailed for doing the things that he wasn't supposed to be doing, and another guy who I believe was having an affair and cheating on his wife. They go through all these crazy instances and situations, and it gets to a point where he has to rob a bank. And at that point, I'm just like, whoa, you're gonna rob a bank just because these people are blackmailing you? They're basically saying that, oh, if you don't do what we say, we're gonna send the video of us recording what you're doing to everyone on your contact list. If it was me, if I was watching regular stuff, I'd be like, okay, like send it to everyone. What? I'm not robbing a bank. I'm not going to jail over this, right? The reveal, however, insane. He basically has to go to this forest and fight this guy to the death. And when he's there, they're just talking. And this guy's like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Like the younger kid, the kid we're following is like, we're not supposed to be here. He's like, he was just watching bad stuff. And then the guy was like, yeah, me too. How old were they? When I tell you, I did not expect that twist. I'm sure some people are like show watching geniuses, but to me, that came out of so left field because I thought he was innocent through the whole time. I thought he was just being blackmailed for doing something that was like embarrassing. But then when I looked at the Reddit, and there were so many little hints in the show to tell exactly what he was doing, I hope it's like clear to people who have not watched the show as to what I'm talking about. But when I saw that reveal, blown out the water, and the fact that the organization still ratted on him to the police and still told the other guy's family, his wife, about the affair. It's like they did all these things just to still nuke their lives. But the guy was kind of like an interesting one because I don't believe he did anything else. He was just cheating. And the organization took it to themselves just to root his life over something that isn't really their business. I understand what the other thing that the kid was doing, because that thing is actually like a legitimate crime that harms so many people and is so sick and twisted. But with the other guy, it's like, I'm not saying it's not bad, but it's like, it's not to the gravity of the kid, right? So you still ruined his life? I don't know. Just because of that twist. And I love twists like that. And it's one of the reasons why I think Knives Out, the movie, is super overrated, because I love twists that come out of left field that you don't expect. I believe that's how a twist should be. It should be like, oh my god, like hand to your head. I didn't expect this. But Knives Out, for example, you expect everything. You know it was Chris Evans who did it, right? You may not know how he did it, which is the creative part, but you know he did it from the beginning. The hints that they put are all super obvious. I need to watch the new one, by the way, but all in all, I thought it was incredible. My least favorite one is Hated in the Nation. That one's like an hour and a half, and it was just so boring about the little nanobots that kill people and take over the world the guy's controlling. I was just like, I really don't find this interesting. Like, I just don't have it in me. The Daniel Kaluuya one is pretty cool too. I think it's called 15 Million Merit or something like that. That's pretty cool too. But nothing beats Shut Up and Dance. Nothing beats White Christmas. Nothing beats, what's the other one called? Black Bear? White Bear? Something Bear. Something Bear. You know, that one is a really good one. I believe that's the one where the lady killed a kid and is in this like loop of torture. That one is so good. I can't wait until the next season of Black Mirror comes out. It's gonna come out in 5 days from the time you guys are seeing this video. If you're watching on June 10th, I can't wait. Right here. I honestly think you guys should get this. Even if you don't have a Calypso Hut near you, I believe there's only one. You guys should definitely look into getting like some catfish, some fried catfish, because it's actually really good. Even if you don't really like fish like that, I've had this before I had fish and chips, and I thought this was really good. I definitely want to learn how to make this. And I will. And I'll make a video for it, because that's one thing I want to do. I want to do eating videos like this. Eventually I'll show my face. And then I want to do videos where I go out and try foods and eat in my car, because I want to eat those foods and review it too. And eventually I want to make food and make videos for it, and have you guys come on that journey with me while I'm making the food, because I think that'd be super funny. Considering the fact I'm not the best cook, like I can cook. I taught myself during COVID, but I think it'd be really funny if I'm just like making something new and you guys are just watching like, what is this guy doing? Final bite there. So yeah, that was a basha fish or catfish. Super good, super delicious, super crispy, super fresh. I feel like everyone should just have it. Solid 8 out of 10 on that one. Would recommend it. And yeah, that was my favorite Black Mirror episode, my least favorite. I can't wait till Black Mirror comes back. I think it's gonna be stupendous, and I can't wait to watch it. So yeah, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below if anything you want to try, anything you want to talk about. We're almost at 100 subs. I'd really appreciate if you guys could subscribe and like. Anything helps. And yeah, that was Bassa Fish from Calypso Hut. I didn't mention that. I've already had it before. So 8 out of 10. Black Mirror, incredible, for sure review. Peace.